Hey everybody, it's Travis with Kidwell Construction here, digging and building in West Virginia. If you like, subscribe, and I'd appreciate that. Either way, today I'm going to do my review on the new next-gen Cat D3 dozer. Used to be what they had, the D5K, now it's the D3. I've had it a year and a half. I don't like to do a review right after I buy something new. I like to get to know it a little bit and then really have a little more input on it. So let's get right to it. So the first thing that I like about it compared to some of the other dozers, if you noticed on the bottom, there are 7 bottom rollers. And what's that mean? Well, a lot of dozers this size have 6, but when you have 7 bottom rollers, you get a little bit longer track frame, and it actually rides a little bit better. If you want to call a bulldozer riding good, the 7 bottom rollers surprisingly really does make a difference. Another thing that we've noticed is the way that you clean the tracks out on the Cat. I had a case before this. It had a hole back in behind the back of your sprocket in there, and dirt and rocks would jam up and wear the back of the bolts and so forth. So the Cat's got that all enclosed and covered in. There is no dirt that gets rocks that can get jammed in behind your final drive housing. Now that's all clean. The hydraulic hoses, they're up here. You can see they're up here out of the way of the track, and so even if dirt and stuff does get in there, it's not getting these hydraulic hoses. Plus they're guarded by the metal spring coats, and therefore, so this is not the this is the standard track version. I think it's a 20 or 22 inch track. I think 20, not the LGP. Got an 8-foot wide blade on it for what we do around here. Works better. So you see, we're building a small campground here, so we just got through leveling this. We spent about 2.5 to 3 weeks here leveling this area out here to put a small 5-6 campsites in here for a little RV campground for some customers of ours. So that's what we've been doing with it. And that slope assist grade really pays for itself on a project like this. Just being able to pitch that whole thing 1% and makes it really nice. That's about what we did with it. But anyway, back to the machine. So got the cab, got the sweeps on it. Definitely, we like that. Another thing with the Cat is, when you look at a dozer, you look at the size of this final drive compared to what you see on other machines. The size of this bull gear and what's in here, that, when you see that much metal and that much mass and size to a final drive, you know that it's built out of something. And in some cases you might pay a little more for a Cat. In this case in particular, I gotta say, I went to case I had a case 750M. I priced another new case 750M with the grade assist. I think theirs is called Copilot. And I got the price from Cat on this machine. This is a little bit more machine than that case 750. It weighs a little more. Got a little, I think it's 110-15 horsepower compared to 92 on the case. And the case was actually $5,000 more than this Cat. So I think I got a pretty good deal. So where else are we going to go on it? On the outside. So we got the undercarriage covered. A lot of good points about it. One pretty cool thing, getting in and out of the machine, designed to get in on either side, but you got your steps, you got your handle to grab a hold of, and as you walk up and get in the cab, you got this little platform step to step on as you open your door. You can use it to clean your boots off. I like to keep my machines really clean inside, swept out, keep them clean, and this helps me do that by having this little step here, keep you from slipping and falling, getting in and out, and clean your boots off as well. So the biggest thing I really love about this machine is the blade. I mean, there's no comparison to some other machines, like the amount of metal that the Cat puts into their blade here. Each of these, you see these welded cells together. This is like, that's, I don't know how thick that is. That's thicker than a 1/4 inch, but it's some heavy duty stuff. But the biggest thing is the blade, the position of the blade, and the height of it. So a lot of machines, my last dozer had a blade that came up about right there, and you get shoved into a lot of dirt. What happens? Well, it all rolls back over on top of all your hydraulic cylinders and so forth. With this taller blade that you can even put a pitch on, you don't have that. You know, this machine can push, very capable of doing it, and the case was capable of doing it. So why they didn't put a taller blade on the case, I don't know, because it definitely had the power to do it. But this thing, we can move more dirt with this machine simply because of the design of this blade. So we like that, and you can see it sets out a little bit further from the tracks than the case that I had. And so, you know, you can see the corner of your blade even when you got it angled a little bit. So that helps. That helps a lot. So I think that about does it here on the outside. Yeah, so let's go inside here, and I'll tell you a few things I like about it. They got a lot of nice features, really on everything on the Cat. Now, one thing that I'll say that I liked better on the case is the door latch system. What would happen, like when you open up the door on this machine, and it latches right there. So once you get in the machine, then if you latch it there, the only way to unlatch this door to get it to close is you got to get out here on the outside and flip the lever back there to pull that door back around. On the case, they actually had a button on the inside here where you could hit the button and then pull the door closed from inside the cab. Case is the only dozer that I've seen that has that, and that was a really thoughtful feature on the case. Now, one thing, if you notice, I like about the Cat here, it's got a nice wide opening to get into the machine, because you know, I'm a bigger guy, so for a lot of us bigger guys, you know, we need a wider opening to get in, not tripping and banging on things getting in and out. So that's pretty nice. So let's get on in here. My operator's a little bit smaller than I am, but one of them get slid back here. There we go. So one thing I like, you know, you got a little better view out the window. They still got the exhaust stack kind of in the way. I'd prefer that exhaust stack to be routed out to the side or someplace. Just get all dozers, these kind of machines, get that exhaust pipe out of your front view. But as you can see there, you can easily see the corners of your blade and so forth. So this machine, it's very comfortable to operate. It's got all the bells and whistles, heat, air conditioning, all that good stuff. But one of the neatest things is, you know, of course, this big touch screen that it has all your controls and your slope assist and your hydraulic settings and so forth. So there's a lot of cool features there, standard, you know, decel and so forth. The one little thing that is different is this is your blade angle right here. So you can tilt your blade left and right, down, and then pull it back up. But to angle your blade, you got this thumb rocker switch right here. You know, I still want to go, most machines that I've operated have had the twist handle to do your angle, and I really kind of miss doing that because I could kind of push down, tilt, and twist all in one. And this just sometimes makes it a little more cumbersome when we're used to it now, but I'm just not crazy about the thumb rocker for the blade angle. But that's a small complaint. So, you know, this yellow button, these are your slope assist when you're operating it. To hit that yellow button is what, and I've got a video out there how to do the slope assist. I think I did a little tutorial video, and I think that I explained it pretty good anyway. So that's most of the things that we like about it. There's really not too many cons so far. We got about 600 hours on it, I think, maybe 550, 600, something like that. The only issue we had was a oil pressure sensor. Kept saying the oil pressure was low, and it was just a faulty sensor. Cat come right out, took care of it, no problem. So that's the only thing we've had. Has not burned a drop of oil. Does have the DEF fluid you got to put in it, but just about everything nowadays has that. So overall, Cat's the way to go. Once you go Cat, you don't go back. That's my new saying now. However, I have other equipment too. I have Case, I have Doosan, You know, I'm not totally partial to one, but I did get this Cat dozer, and I have the Cat 420 XE rubber tire backhoe that I really love too, that we did a review on. So any other questions you got about this machine? I mean, it's fast. It's got, you know, you could watch a lot of the technical stuff on the Cat website and so forth, so no need for me to get into all that. But overall operating's, it's smooth operating machine. You're going to love it. You're not going to want to get out of the seat of it. From everything is thought through really nicely. So, and even like the sweeps, you know, I had to sweep some on the case. If you look at that's something I forgot to mention was, you know, the case sweeps came in clear in here. So with the exhaust, then the pre-air cleaner that the case had, plus the sweeps, all came in here. You couldn't even see out the front window at all on the case. You know, here Cat nicely thinks them sweeps don't need to be all the way in here. That defeats, you want them on the outside. That protects your cab and your hood and all that to keep them limbs going up over the outside of the machine. If they're tucked in here, your limbs are getting in, you know, close to the machine and scratching things up. And that's what I do not like. I don't like my machine scratched or tore up. So that'll conclude my review. Like I say, we like the machine. I can't think of too many things I'd really change, or nothing to complain about it. So far so good. 600 hours in. It's a workhorse, and if you're thinking about a new dozer, one thing I will say, you might get initial price shock from your Cat dealer when they first quote you, but just work on them. Go to Case, go to Komatsu, give them some prices that you get, and you watch how quick they might just come down to those prices that you're getting. Another dozer that I looked at and priced to compare with this, to give my Cat salesman something to think about, was a Dresta TD8, TD9 in those sizes, and you know, the price on those are pretty good. I don't know, they seem like a decent machine. Don't have quite the, you know, things that the Cat has, but for the price, and if you're thinking about buying a new machine, you say, hey, we're thinking about buying this, what can you do with your price? Might work. So, but all in all, I'd go Cat. Thanks for watching.